Are you still on the fence? What are you waiting for? Go to AmericanDreamTrading.com and get signed up right away for the Gold VIP membership, where Mark McSee provides you with the latest news, updates, company profiles, economic calendars, so much more. Everything that you need to make an informed decision on how to invest your hard-earned money. Go to AmericanDreamTrading.com and get signed up today.
Uh, 207.80 up. Let's go really low on this one just to give you some room. 207 to do. Okay. But if you look at the trend, right, of what's been happening with NVIDIA, if you take your overall trend, it's been to the upside, leading up to, I always talk about this, always leads up to earnings, but typically it's buy the rumor, sell the news. So you've got to be extremely careful.
Yeah, see, and that though is exactly why I like for traders to use Apple, right? Because it isn't that much volatility. You know what I mean? You could have 100 contracts at Apple, but it moved a penny, there's $100. You have 100 contracts at NVIDIA and it moves like that, right? That's 5,000. It's like, whoa. Let's make it rain.
Join American Dream Trading's live trading weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. Welcome to the Aftermarket. American Dream Trading. You have entered the Aftermarket. AmericanDreamTrading.com. Welcome. You are now in the Aftermarket. Two freaking years. Yes. Woo! Way to go, Coach. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the best trader to ever walk the face of the earth. Yes, he is. And definitely the best trainer and mentor. Shout out to Coach Chad W. Christian. Today marks the second anniversary of American Dream Trading, kicking ass, going live August 1st, 2022. So thank you, Coach, for creating this group, this family that I love so much, that has just taken me in and makes me feel like I can do anything. And you, my brother, are a genius. Yes, you are. Okay. You have learned how to train people very well. I don't know how you do it, but you get it in there. Coach trains us how to be traders, guys, not call out chasers. There are a lot of us that owe our living to him, and it's, you know, I can't say enough about this man. So shout out to Coach Christian for 2 years of unbelievable live streaming and educating, because there is no stock market education outfit like this one. I'm telling you, there's nobody that does live open mics where people have live Q&A with the actual trainer. Nobody's doing that but him. So yeah, if you don't know, now you know. So shout out to Coach. Love you, brother. And here's to another 2 more. Woo! I am your host, J&J Video Reacts. This is the Aftermarket. This is American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket live chat and watch party. Yeah, we celebrated 2 years today. 2 years, man. That's a long time. Not long enough, but long. You know what I mean? And for somebody to be able to train people who literally have had no training whatsoever. Oh yeah, by the way, I got my, look at Jen got me for my birthday. Eat, sleep, trade, baby. That's right. Can you see it? Yes. Eat, sleep, trade. With American Dream Trading. Logo here, logo here. Anyway, man, I'm still wired up from today. Listen, I'm excited because I'm on my computer. I told you, hey, listen, coach, sorry I was running late. You don't know the backstory. Bernard will probably tell you, but I'm gonna say it now. My cat jumped up on my table here that I keep my water and everything on. Well, I was drinking water and the cap, I leaned over for 2 seconds, the cap was off. He jumped on the table and the entire bottle of water spilled down onto my power strips that house my computer cords. I mean, TV, everything, monitors, everything wet. So, and this happened at 4:30. So I'm shitting. I went into the Zoom call, let everybody know what was going on, and I'd probably be running late because of that, and I'd probably end up doing it on my phone, which would have sucked because I wouldn't get to have the background, and there's certain things that you can't do on Restream on your phone. So I don't know how that would have turned out. We would have made it work though. Hey, we are positive people over here. We would have made it work. But yeah, and then Restream burns your phone. If you're on there too long, it will begin to like get really hot. So luckily I've got ice packs for that, so I was prepared for that. But yeah, but as it turns out, when I went to go plug in or unplug the power strip that had the computer, well, I had already unplugged everything. The first thing I did was unplug everything from the wall, right? I plugged both power strips that I had from the wall because I heard a little, I'm like, no, we're not having that. But as it turns out, the one that had all of my computer cords, monitors, and everything did not get wet. Yeah, I went over there and to see about unplugging them, wiping them off, and putting them in a new strip that I have. And they were bone dry, those cords. All the cords to the computer were bone dry. So I'm like, holy shit, this one didn't get wet? How did it not get wet? I mean, it was a pond over here. So, okay, thank you. I know how it didn't get. Why am I questioning? Why? Okay, miracles happen. You do that. That's how you work. People free. Yeah, the whole thing about Coach finding us, that's no accident, guys. The universe knows what it's doing. So thank you for that bit of assistance on that, because I wasn't trying to do it on my phone. So thank you. That was awesome. At the very last minute, I realized that, hey, the power cords to the computer. Okay, so let's get off of it. So getting out of losing trades. You like the graphic on there today? Kind of looks like, what is that movie with the chick climbing out of the TV? The Ring. Isn't that crazy? I was thinking of that when I made the thumbnail. So I'm like, I want somebody climbing out of a losing trade, like literally climbing out of the screen. So I tried to do it as 3D as I could there. But yeah, getting out of losing trades. Palm Coast and a couple other people. Shout out to Palm Coast. Palm Coast, man, thank you for the kind words, brother. Thank you for the kind words. Wow. Okay. I affect you that way because you damn sure affect me that way. We get each other. And I think you get a lot of us here like that. So thank you for the kind words. I appreciate you, and I'm going to keep doing the best that I can. Okay. So, but thank you. All right. I see you back there, James L. James L is backstage waiting patiently to come on up here. So we're going to let him up here. But before we do, let's make sure everybody knows the housekeeping rules. When you come up on the panel, make sure that your camera is on. Make sure that your mic is muted in case you have any background noise, unless you're ready to speak. And make sure you're taking care of your fellow panel members. Let's respect each other up here. And I love having James up here because he always does all of that. So 3 links are located in the live stream chat. Thank you. Who did that one? I think that was Arlo, wasn't it? Either way, I think it was Arlo. Unhappily a housewife. Why are you unhappy? Shout out to Arlo. Thank you, Arlo. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you, Bruno. That's the trifecta. Yes, they are. Thank you for all that you do. Okay, let me make sure I'm not muted. Oh, that was hell of a time to check, Dawn. But yeah, thank you for putting the stream up there. AmericanDreamTrading.com is where you will go to get signed up. You got to be a part of this group. You got to be a part of this group, okay? Because we are a true family and we are people helping people. We help each other learn the process of trading over here. And subsequently, we happen to also get paid. We get paid because we know how to trade. Okay. It's mine. It's mine. Stay away from it. Stay away. It's mine. It's mine. Don't even try it. I'm putting it out in a video. Okay, we got somebody else back there. Okay, second link is the Restream link. Join the panel. Come up here and join the panel. Let's talk about how to get out of losing trades tonight. I feel like I want to talk about it, okay? Because it plagues almost every trader. And if it doesn't plague you now, it did. At one point it did, you know it did. And it probably still does. So let's talk about it. And last but not least, yours truly's tip jar. It's part of my income, guys. So thank you. When you do put a tip in that tip jar, I greatly appreciate it. It helps me keep the lights on. And thank you, Coach, for letting me put it up there. I'm not going to keep these people waiting. Let's get them up here. James Aho. All right, James L.
Miss Dawn,
And yes,
how you doing today?
Hey, Mr. James, how are you?
Good.
That's good. Me and Mr. James. And hello.
Hello.
How are you? How are you?
Good.
God damn it. Can you just like, I want to just see you just like go nuts one day. Like, hey, Dawn, what's going on? Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to go nuts? Pull up VSEE.
Already got it up.
Let's do it. Hold on. Where is it? VSEE. Holy crap. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's pull it up for everybody to take a look at it. Oh man. What is happening with VSEE? What is going on? What's the price point?
She paid.
Oh, Anne's just loosened up. Look at her, man. Wow. She said she paid. Okay.
She paid.
Yes, she did. Yes, she said that. Who is that? Victoriano is joining the panel. What's up, Victoriano? Okay, Ange, I got one question for you.
Yes.
When did you get in that?
What was it? Let me see. I got in at 268.
At what?
268.
Two
Holy
anything. Two anything is crazy considering this thing is at 635.
Yeah.
Good God. Hey, need I dare ask, can we get a ballpark on shares? You don't have to tell us the exact amount.
Okay, so I did penny stocks today, right? So practicing what we talked about in pre-market.
Yeah.
And I never changed out of my my penny stock. So I never changed my numbers out.
Okay.
So I was playing this as if I was playing penny stocks.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
I got you.
Not really until after.
Okay.
So I got out at 769, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right. You guys let your imaginations just run wild. Okay. So she clued you in, and you know, penny stocks, we usually tend to go in the thousands. So yeah, somebody's a happy camper. Give her the bell.
Yeah.
Woo!
So that happened.
Way to go, honey. She's lost it. Ladies and gentlemen, she has lost it. We have got right now, Ange is, yes, she's laughing.
Shoot.
She's giggling.
Anyway.
She is a happy camper. Holy
It was
crap. Dude, Okay, you gotta text me. I won't tell. Okay, you
text
know I respect your secrecy.
I'll text you.
Where is my damn thing?
Well, and if it makes you feel any better, I got greedy and I got in again and much, much smaller, and I lost $15.
Oh my God.
Please
Which in
feel
this
free to
case
kick
would
me in the
equate
face.
to maybe a half a penny.
know.
Wow,
That was
Ange,
fun.
good job, honey.
In
Good
my
job.
pajamas.
Good job.
I'm gonna guess well over $5,000.
Okay, if you want to go with four figures.
Yeah. Anyways,
Right.
Well, I said well over.
I'm here to read. I'm here to read comments.
I gotta see them. I gotta look. I gotta tap into them because what are they saying? What are they saying? Oh man, I see some hands. I see some wows. Wow, dang, Ange. Brandon Kazi said, "Wow, dang, Ange." I love it. Speaking of which, let me say hi to some people real quick. Let me say hi. How are you guys doing? I'm just so juiced up and happy that I'm on my computer because I didn't think that was going to be the case. We got James L up here. We got Brandon Kazi down there. We got Unhappily a Housewife, Mike C. We've got Future Trader. Future Trader, if you don't get your tail up on this panel and check in with us, let us know how you've been. You haven't been up here in a minute, man. Maria, thank you for always blessing the tip jar, Maria. I love you. Thank you so much. You'd have thought I ate some grapes. F2. I thought one of you was F2. That's Victoriano. You and F2 remind me of each other, Victoriano. F2, we got Ange, we got Victoriano, we got Aaron X. Aaron, what's going on, brother? We've got Big Daddy down there. I love it when you call me Big Daddy. All right, we got Joe Pink in the house. What's up, Joe Pink? Who else? Let's keep it going. We've got Brian. Is that Brian Chambers? Somebody else just jumped in there. Bryant, what's going on, Bryant? Trader Vaughn, what's happening? Christina, hey girl, hey, what's going on? Let's see here. What else? Well, who else? Special K is in the house. What's going on, Special K? Way to hang. Friday 23. Who are you? Do you guys ever remember hearing me say Friday 23 before? I don't think so. If you're not an ADT member, get signed up. AmericanDreamTrading.com. It's linked right at the top. Eminem, what's going on? Wait a minute. Somebody's got all caps. She said, stay away. It's mine. Are you talking about me with the line? Oh my God! All right, so talk to me about getting out of losing trades. I don't want to hold you guys up forever. Talk to me about getting out of losing trades. Who got out of a losing trade today?
I haven't traded in a couple of weeks, but I traded one share today. It wasn't a losing trade, and I still not out because I only bought one share. There was no pressure.
Don't you love that? I mean, really, it's a lot better to train like that, right? Rather than trading with a bunch of real money, real shares, real options. It's better to do it really small. If you're not going to paper trade, do it so small, so minute that if it does go against you, it's not going to hurt you. You know, you're going to lose a pack of gum, something like that, you know? So I take it you were green. If you weren't red, you were green, right?
Green and still green. And
okay. You're still in it?
Yeah, I'm still holding it.
When'd you buy it?
It's LSH ticker. Lake House Holdings Limited.
When did you buy it?
I bought it when it was at 84 cents.
LSH.
Where 94 cents.
94 cents. You bought it when it was what?
284.
284. Okay, so it's at 375 now. Am I looking at the right thing?
Yeah, correct.
So you're up $1. Nice. Good job.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Way to go, man. Do you know how huge that is, Victoriano?
Immensely huge, because I've stopped trading, trying to hold from trading for 3 weeks already.
Yeah.
And trying to see if I can step in with a little bit of confidence. I was able to see things that I wasn't able to see before. I was too clouded. A million things going on in my head. I need to clear my head, everything. Take a breath, pretty much, and see a bigger, wider picture.
Good.
I was too narrow into focus on, the indicators and everything, and that made me overlook other things that they were in my face and I wasn't able to see.
Very simple things, right? Yeah, we've all done it. Nate's way of coaching as well as coach is such a broken down, simple style, right? It's really watered down so that the average Joe can learn it. And it really makes you, when you really get it, think, what the hell? It's really us that bogs all those things down in our mind. Coach teaches a lot of different strategies. It doesn't mean you need to use all those strategies. Pick one that resonates with you and then run with that and only do that. That's one of the reasons Angie's so successful. She thought, okay, I've got to work. I don't really have time to sit in EWOs and things like that. Let me get this scalping thing down so I can get in and out, in and out, in and out, and then focus on my job. Well, look what that's done. That's all she's done is focused on that. So I'm proud of you, man. Get rid of the white noise. Find one strategy, and if it's waiting in the weeds, so be it. So you got in low there, right? So how huge is that? People down in the chat, that rhyme, right? Let's just put it in perspective. If he had 10,000 shares, how much would that dollar gain have gotten him? That's huge. $1. So way to go, man. Way to go. I don't know that I'd hold on to it forever, but you know how it is with hot stock picks. But how'd you find that one? Was that a hot stock pick today?
No. Yesterday, I was in the afternoon. I was trying to look for something running with volume. Everything was shut. There was a point in the day that everything was shut. There was a talk, the Fed's talking or something.
Yeah.
So I was focused on the top gainers. So I try to switch my mind.
Yeah.
The bigger picture. Let me just flip around the coin. Let me look at the top losers. So I started reading the charts. So the trends, how they were going down, and then the history. So applying all the tools that coach has provided us to be successful, the thing that I have to figure out how to use them, because I'm not just like anybody else. I have to see things from different angles and see what I'm able to accomplish due to my capacities. Right. That's what I'm talking about. Right. But yes, being patient is one thing that you have to conquer, and that is the most difficult thing stepping into this room of trading.
Absolutely. I don't know that he would, tell you to go to top losers, but
no, well, so
I was gonna let it go. I was gonna let it go, but I couldn't.
No, it's all right. It's fair game. But
yeah.
But yeah. So I'm looking
if you're
at the top
pulling
losers.
something out of so I've done that before just to kind of see if they would, kind of come back and, jump onto the top gainers list. But, I got bored with it and kind of left it alone. So I'm glad to see that you experimented with one share of a top loser and and that you actually pulled $1 trade out of that. So, I mean, hey, people, listen. One thing, what I'm hearing here is you're thinking on your own. You are using your trading noggin up there, and you're branching out and you're trying to do some things thinking on your own, which means you're a trader. You're not just a call out chaser. And that's what coach wants for us, right? He wants us to be able to think on our own, think outside the box, use his strategy, stick to the rules, but every now and then if you want to play with a strategy, go into paper trading, buy a share of something, you know what I mean? Or two. Or if you're doing real money, buy 1 or 2 shares, something so little that it goes against you, it doesn't matter. So good for you.
And
Good for you.
One key thing that I kept in mind the whole time was volume. And this goes back to Nate, the ones that keeps drilling. If it doesn't have volume, there's no gas. So I was looking at the top losers with a higher volume, and I saw the volume in that particular stock, the average of 3 months was only like 300,000 movement shares moving, right? But it was it was at 124 million.
Wow.
So I was like, oh wait, hold on, there's something going on. It might be a
124 million was the volume for this stock.
It was out there like that, yes.
Wow. What was the float on it? Remember?
I can't recall because if I looked at it, I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, I could probably look it up actually. Hold on. Let's see what the float is. I was just giggling thinking about Coach. I was just giggling thinking about Coach talking about top losers. I could see him having a field day with that. Hold on 1 second here. What was it? LSH, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 200. Okay, it's got 2.15 mil right now, and no doubt because the market is we're in the aftermarket, and the float on it. Okay, so that's got a 1.25 million float on it. That's pretty damn good actually. That's a low enough float that with that kind of volume, that's why it moved like that. Okay. And I know you've probably heard Nate and Mark say this 100 times, but when there are scraps and there's a lot of people fighting over a little teeny bit of scraps, you're going to get some movement. That's why you want low float, high volume, because they're fighting over those scraps. Free float is the amount of shares available. Well, if you got 120 some odd million people fighting over 1 million of anything, there's going to be some volatility. So good for you. You might have found a diamond in the rough. Who knows? So keep us posted on it. Okay.
I will.
Yeah, definitely. Are you still playing Neo at all?
I always keep my alert because that's a stock that it's gonna
that's your baby.
Any given Sunday or any given afternoon, it's gonna just pop $40 in 1 minute.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. You got me. It's on everybody's radar because of you. So every now and then I'll go glance back at Neo. I'm at 442. Really, Neo? You guys haven't gotten to $10 yet? Okay. All right. I'll keep checking. I always go back to it.
Today's I keep an eye on it. $4.08.
It's what? It got down to 408. It was at 442 yesterday. I checked it yesterday. It was at 442. So I'm like, okay.
There's too many powers against it. So
yeah,
I have to step aside, let the bigger players battle it out.
Yeah, get involved with it, right, and help it out.
Yeah.
So, wow. Getting out of losing trades. James L., what's your strategy on that?
When it's red.
Give me a better answer than that, James. Come on. Wake up. Were you asleep?
No, I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Friday 23 is Dana.
Really? Hey,
Yeah.
Friday 23. Is that Arlo's Dana? And
She
don't
just
be afraid
replied.
to read some of those chats out. What'd she say?
She just replied, "It's Dana. You always skip me."
Dana, I'm sorry, baby girl. I'm sorry. And the funny thing is that was my brother's name. God rest his soul. That was my brother's name, Dana. My mom tried to keep it real simple. 4-letter names. Dana, Dawn. Very simple.
Yeah, no. As far as getting out of losing trades, I'm only doing. Set me a 3 to 5% stop loss, and usually if it gets about half that, I'll get out. I mean, if it turns around, I'll get back in.
Okay. Reason why I asked is because a lot of us suffer with the can't get outis. You know what I mean?
I did that for a very, very long time.
Yeah, so did I. I think that's what turned it around for Christina. Have you ever suffered with that, Ange, or no? Because you're a scalper, right? But have you ever caught yourself wanting to hold on to something a little bit longer than you should?
Yeah, I did it in the beginning quite a bit and stuff. It improved significantly when I started using the indicators, like on TradingView. So it improved immensely. But yeah, I try not. I mean, I get out, and yeah, I get out. I just get back. I don't know. When your account gets big enough where you can do that, like I don't.
Well, you can get it doesn't make sense to hold on to them.
So I'm probably no help in this area now. Granted, I mean, there's been times where if I do like one share of something and I have it sitting in there and I'm just kind of riding the wave or whatever, I might get out. I mean, I'll get out sometimes if it's a losing trade, but usually it's only one share. So it's, usually less than $1, give or take and stuff. But I did at the beginning. I did it a lot.
Yeah. A lot of us tend to get caught up in that. And I think that's one of the things that's Christina switched up about her game was now she gets out of trades. She doesn't sit in trades. If trades go against her, she's not sitting in it. I want some people down there in the chat to get your asses up here on the panel because I know there's a lot of you down there that are sitting and losing trades. Come talk to us about it. Come on. I don't need the people who know how to get out of it. I need the people who don't know how to get out of losing trades to come up here now and let's talk it out. Come on. That's what this stream is for. I want to hear it. I got to hear the alarm going off. Somebody who can't get out of a losing trade, come talk to us. Because you got some people up here who know how to get out of losing trades. So we can help you.
Yeah, Maria, that's the same problem with somebody with a small account.
What?
Maria Huggins in Canada. The problem in Canada is there's no free trade, so they have to be very strategic on entry and exit.
Waffle said that. Yes.
Yeah. So it's the same thing in the U.S. with people who have small accounts. They can only afford to get one, so you've got one, you tend to want to let it ride, even when it's red 40%, and it'll come back. And that's quite often not the case. And even if it does, it doesn't have to come back 40%. It has to come back 60% for you to break even.
Right. There's a good strategy that Coach has given us for that, and it's called shedding. You know what I mean? If you're not in a stock that you can afford to buy more than 2 or 3 shares or more than 1 share, and I'm not talking about like what Victoriano or me are doing with like the practice. I'm talking about legit like trading to try to, you've figured out how to do it. Now you want to up your position size. Okay, great. You should be in stocks that you can afford to get a few shares. I'll tell you why. That prevents you from sitting in losing trades. Okay. It keeps you from sitting there with that one contract or one share that you paid $100 for or whatever for that one share, and holding on for dear life. That way you can get out of the trade and still have some in there in case it goes back the other way or continues to go in your favor after a big pullback, right? So shedding is also a way to help you not hold on to losing trades, especially with all that you've got. If you've only got one contract, yeah, of course you're going to hold on to it if you got a small account. You want to get the best you can out of that thing, even if the best sometimes is getting out now. Sorry, you can't trade anymore the rest of the day. You got to do that. You can't hold on to them. Nobody's still coming up here. Come on, guys. Come on up here. I know there's a few of you down there who have had problems getting out of losing trades. Come on.
Especially on the 2-year.
It's 2 years.
Yes, it's our 2-year anniversary, man.
We should have a rotation going like we did for the 200th episode.
We should. Listen, come on up. Coach is gonna bitch at you. I'm telling you, come on up here. We don't want to hear that tomorrow morning. You guys need to be gracing this panel with your presence. Come on up here, even if it's just for a few minutes to say hi, Coach. Listen, just because Coach left doesn't mean we're not still celebrating 2 years. This is still the 2-year anniversary. So, guys, come on up, even if it's just to say, hey, I don't have a problem getting out of losing trades, but I did want to say, hey, shout out to you, Coach. 2 years. Way to go, bro. See you later. Come on, at least do that. Come on. It's the 2 years, guys.
And maybe they're not coming up because they're being smart and taking advantage of those crazy sales Coach has today.
Do you know what they are?
I know the one is the one-on-one, $150 discount on the one-on-one.
You can't beat that,
Mm-hmm.
So it's $200. Normally it's $350. One-on-one with David. Yes, he's never done that. That's the lowest it's ever been. It started out at $250. So even the very first price for the one-on-one was $250. So it's never been this low. Take advantage. That was so cool that he gave away a one-on-one to who was that? Leslie,
yeah.
That was amazing.
I'm trying to convince my oldest that he's going to be traded for one of those. He's young, strong back, hard worker, listens well. Any takers?
Anybody? I can't even get them to come on the panel. They're not going to do that.
All right, guys, I'm going to scoot. It's time to go to the gym, get my workout in for the day.
Get your workout on.
Yeah, got to take care of the health.
That's right.
I will see all of you in the morning.
Peace out. Have a good night. Thanks for coming and hanging out, and good job on that money.
God damn.
Night, Aaron.
I love it.
Have a good night, honey.
Yeah.
Good night.
Look, she left the panel still giggling. I am wealthy beyond imagination at this point.
I was just say that's that victory laugh if you ever seen it.
Right. I'm like, wow. Okay, I gotta do some math, dude. I gotta do some math. Because that's just crazy. Hey, is that Nana? Eminem?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey.
What's up? I have to go make a juice. Oh my God. Listen.
Vinny. Well, welcome to the panel, Vinny. Welcome to the panel, Eminem. Talk to me, guys. Are you stoked about this being 2 years or what?
Definitely. I've been here a year. Just one, but
hey, that's a long time. A lot of people don't put a year into trading, so they give up in a few months.
It's finally starting to click too.
Good. Do you are you good with getting out of losing trades, or are you still trying to work on that?
So it was definitely an issue in the beginning, but now I'm like, I gotta go because I'm gonna be able to use this tomorrow. So if I just, it's about preserving capital.
All new people, listen to this woman. Okay, she has figured it out. If
it
you
sucks,
don't, yeah,
because you're not gonna be able to use it today, and that sucks. Because I don't have a margin account.
You will one day if you keep taking the green like that.
But tomorrow, it'll be there.
You'll live to fight another day. If you stay in a losing trade, you'll have no capital to be able to trade tomorrow. Don't you want to trade tomorrow too? Yeah. Don't be selfish.
No.
Well, be selfish, actually.
Yeah, because you are. And I had to figure, like, I have it in my journal, like, this is not for me. And my husband says all the time, it's not even my money. Like, this is not, like, we are providing for our family. And so if you are willing to lose that capital and not be able to trade tomorrow, you are taking from your family.
Wow, that was a good way to just kind of gut punch you.
Yeah, that hurts.
It worked,
like,
right?
I'm not trying to be that mom.
Yeah. Way to go, hubby.
Right.
Way to pull that one out of the bag.
He was up 93% on his account today, so he did well.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I hijacked his account a little bit. Because he works like in the field. We own our own company, and I'm the office manager mostly. And so he goes to work a lot, and he would always have y'all on, and I would listen and like kind of do some stuff low key, but then like he would leave, and I found myself listening more and more and more, and then be like, he'd come home at 5, and I'm like, hey babe, I'm on the aftermarket, don't worry about it. You know.
So he started first with the group.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And he still participates. Like he still listens, and he still trades some when he can. But like he does better when he puts in a trade that he knows from his charting and walks away. And puts a stop in. Obviously, don't be dumb. But walks away and doesn't watch it. Like he has found that he'll let them run instead of getting out too soon.
Okay, so he's swing trading.
No, it's same day. But I don't know. Whatever. Why are you laughing?
I can't believe it. Coach, hey, look, man. Look, I don't know.
It's not.
You don't walk away from trades, though.
If you have your stop end and your green.
Stops break.
Right.
They break.
Has
one happened?
But I'm here.
Okay. Well, at least look. There you go. At least you're watching it. I'm trying to save some grace here. So yeah, that's a good point. You're watching it. If need be, you can go ahead and handle it. Okay, cool. I'll take that one.
Right.
That'll work.
But I'll be honest.
Yeah, because it's dangerous.
Palm Coast get green, get out theory has been, and I think that's what it is. So, but I just wanted to say hi. I got to go make dinner and juices and all type of things for the family.
All right, baby.
It was good to see y'all.
Thanks for hanging. You too.
Good night.
All right, man. Love Eminem. Eminem is always in the chat.
Leave. How do I get out of here? I don't know.
Well, see, it's not meant for you to leave. You got to stay. You got to hang.
Okay.
You want me to put you out?
Oh wait, no, I see it now. Okay.
You got it?
Good night,
okay,
y'all.
baby. Have a good night.
You too.
Who left? Vinny? Vinny, where you going, man? I hope you
He'll be back.
You probably went to go smoke a cigarette, right, James?
Yeah. I was thinking about it, but I got my.
Oh man.
Okay.
So what is going on down there in the chat? Anybody else going to come up and talk to us about that? You see? Came in, left, rolled out. Good. You know what I mean? You don't have to stay up here forever. Just want to hear from you. Are you having an issue staying and losing trades or no? If you're not, great. Come talk to us about it. Vinny, what happened? You lost your phone or what? Andrew, what's up, brother? Why don't you come up here? Trader Vaughn. You know, a lot of you guys have been coming to the aftermarket. This has been 200 episodes, but we are also coming up on a year anniversary of the aftermarket as well. So yeah, that's going to be really cool too. I have to go back into YouTube and see exactly when that was. I don't know. See, I'm celebrating. Technically, it wouldn't be the first aftermarket because the first one was on my channel. But the first one that we did here on Coach's channel, that's where I want to start from. Because, you know, the other one we're kind of, you know, trying to hit the ground running. And it was a nice trial run. And Coach picked it up. So we're going to start from that point. Even though technically, you know, we have some episodes back on the channel. If you want to see how it started in the beginning. But yeah, so I'm going to go look at the date and see when we first went live on this channel. And that way we can celebrate a year being live on the aftermarket as well. So our first year, man, I'm going to be excited about that one. So listen, you guys, you know, if we can't get any more participation in this, I'm going to go ahead and shut the thing down. And let you guys celebrate this 2 years. You know, go out, get a drink, you know, have fun, relax. It's been a long day trading. Speaking of which, did you trade today, James?
Paper trade. Really focused on just listening, and enjoying the show, and trying to hone in on that L2. Yeah. Some of these things, man, on the open market,
I know they
run.
do. I know they do. I was like, wow, these things are crazy during the open market. I got to get used to looking at them during the open market because it's a different animal. And I remember seeing a video where Coach said, don't take a hot stock pick into the open market, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that, but I'll wait and I'll see what happens. You know what I mean? With once, you know, 9:30 hits, we'll see what happens then. But
yeah, try cutting SPY down to 10 lines and watch it during the open market.
Brandon,
did you? Okay, cool. Well, you know, SPY and IWM and a lot of them just totally. I made $130 today on IWM.
Nice.
So yeah.
But yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I couldn't help it. It was just when it goes in one direction like that, it's a no-brainer. And see, I'm getting really picky. I'm like, I don't have to trade options. I'm like really into the share thing now. So that's helped me be picky. Like if it's chopping, I won't touch it. Yep. It has to literally be doing just what it did today or going straight up or I'm not getting in it. It's like a cheat code, really. So yeah, that worked out. Brandon Kazi, what's up, brother?
How you doing, Don?
Look, you finally got your name right.
Actually, that's not his whole name. I saw his whole name
this
on the email, but it's I like the nickname though. But yeah, what's up, bro?
How are you?
I'm well. How art thou?
Doing well. I got the one-on-one today. Very excited.
I know.
Yep.
I told Coach he was going to be excited because you were also in the video. So, but unfortunately, he didn't get a chance to see that live. But wow, but that was a nice.
Don, I'm sorry. Vinny needs the restream link again, please.
Yeah, Brandon, but that was really cool video that you did, dude.
Thank you. It's a heck of a group. I'm excited to see what happens.
Me too. There's a lot of new people in here, you included. And I'm excited to see what you guys do because you guys are kicking some butt already. You've already got the right attitude. So I am putting this link in here really quick here. All right, Vinny, there you go, brother. Eric,
what's up,
how are you?
What's up, Don? I'm doing all right.
Hey.
How's it going, Eric?
Good. watching it rain, pouring.
So Brandon, talk to me about the topic. Do you ever have an issue getting out of trades?
I actually don't, but I kind of have the opposite problem. I think with the way Coach has a strategy set out with, the EWOs, where if it breaks VWAP, you're out. You see the EWO turn red. If you certainly get in, you're out. And I'm so afraid of a trade. I could be up 10 cents. And if I think it's going to go red, I'm getting out because I don't want it to go red. So I'm actually on the opposite side of things.
I would say
I would say the one time I've had problems deciding when to get out is when I work with waiting in the weeds, and it goes past me. Sometimes like, well, there's a resistance level here. It'll hit that one, and then it goes past that one. It'll hit that one, and then it goes past that one. Maybe I should have gotten out the one before. So
I have a rule when it does that
times,
and it hits the next level down. If it goes beyond the next level after that, I get out. I don't wait 2 and 3 levels. You know what I mean? That's a good rule of thumb for you. Every now and then it'll go past you when you're waiting in the weeds. But if it goes past the next level that you have marked out or charted out, get out because it's going to continue. Especially if all of the levels just drop out and there's no level there. That means the floor's dropped out and it could tank. So yeah, good for you that you recognize that you have that issue. So, work on it. Use the Nate wick. Unless you see that Nate wick, let it, because sometimes they breathe back and then they flutter right back up. So to your point, you might be leaving quite a bit of money on the table. If you see that Nate wick though, get out of there.
Yeah. The Nate wick. Yep.
The Nate wick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Eric, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you doing?
All right. So talk to me about getting out of trades.
When I do shares, no, not so much. I will. My bad habit is I'll move it. I'll move my stops. I remember when Mitch used to say when he put his stops in, he wouldn't move it. So let's say I get into SPY and I'd say my stop's at 543.21. Well, I know 543. I'm gonna say I'm in puts, so I know 543 is a whole number. Well, let's say I'm in calls, so it's coming down, and I know when it gets to 543, it's gonna bounce. So I had it at 543.21, so I'll go ahead and slide it down underneath, give it another 21 cents, which is a no-no. But I do much better in shares. It's way easier for shares because like you can say, all right, which you can do the same thing in options, which I've been doing for the last 2 weeks, and it's really helped with my losses. Instead of letting it go the full amount that I say that I'm going to risk in my options, so I pick out and say, okay, I have calls. When it gets to 543, I'm out. So when shares, you just put it at right below it, boom, it's out. Set your stop.
Right.
Well, in options, a lot of times I'll say, okay, I'm going to risk $50. So wherever it goes, that's where I leave it. Now what I've been doing, like if I do a double top and I get into calls, it breaks the top, breaks and holds. If it pulls right back down underneath of it, I'm out. I don't wait for it to stop me out. That saved me a lot of money. It saves a lot of money.
Cool.
So I've been trading it like I did shares. The shares is pretty instant. Like if you set your stop, boom, it gets you. So, but no, I don't. I'm not a person that holds on. I have held on longer, yes, and cost me more money. But like I said yesterday, I think I had 6 trades. I think I lost 3 and won 3, but I was green because I got out of my trades. Today I did the same thing. Had some now in pre-market. It's a little harder for me, and this is why, because I'll say I'm taking 2 shares, and it's like, okay, where do I get out? I'm trying to do the level 2 things, and I picked up tonight and said she's been using the indicators to get out. So how are you guys using the indicators to get out in pre-market? Are you using them, or are you just
Well, yeah, I definitely use them. I use them to
Are you
see if
using the 9?
I use the 9, the 21, and the 55, and VWAP and the 200. The way that I use them is when the candles break below the 9. I tell you what, I needed to break outside of the cloud in order for me to get out of it. I'll hold on to it until it breaks to 55. Sometimes I'll wait till VWAP to see if it'll bounce, but for the most part, why lose all
Even
that? As a matter of fact, I'm not even holding it that long anymore. I used to do it out of the cloud. I'm kind of trying to get out right at the top now. When it starts going sideways and starts doing the down the hill thing, I'm out, dude. I don't hang on because you end up losing too much profit. And for what? Does that answer you? We got all quiet.
Can you hear me?
Is he there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
So, are you talking about it? I'm talking. I mean, how far are you letting it?
Yeah, in pre-market.
How much room are you giving it? So you still use all the same indicators as you do as if you were trading options or anything. Got you.
I use the trading view indicators just the whole time. Yeah, I use the trading view indicators. That's all I use, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I trade on my phone.
Still trying to get a feel for the pre-market because just the way it moves, and
that's the first thing I pull up is my indicators. I can't trade without them. Pre-market, aftermarket, mid-market, up, down. It doesn't matter. My trading view indicators are always up. I that's what I use to look at trades, and I trade on the phone in Webull or Robinhood. You know, depending on what time of day it is. But yeah, I keep it up. Anytime somebody calls out a stock, first thing I do is pull it up on the trading view. And I look at where it's at in relation to the indicators because I use those. I look at the cloud, how thick the cloud is. You know what I mean? I look to see if the 9 is crossing over the 55, if the 9 is crossing over the 21, if the candles are still above the 9 or going below it. Yeah, if it starts to go below the 9, I don't like that. I get nervous. When they're above the 9, I'll stay in that thing all day. I don't care. I don't care what's going on. If it starts dipping down significantly, but it's still above the 9 when it does it, I'll still stay in it. When it starts dipping below the 9 and starts touching the 21, I get nervous, right? When it starts going below the 21, I'm out.
Right. Well, I think the real question is when we do get into trades, like when you first get in, everybody should have a point. This is where I'm getting at. When it breaks this, I'm out.
Absolutely.
I don't use indicators for that. I'm like, okay, if it breaks this or goes above VWAP, I got puts. It goes back above VWAP, I'm out. I love getting in by VWAP. I just love that. And just because it gives you a point of reference. But if I don't have that, then I'm picking a point where it's broke. Let's say I get into calls off of a level, off of support, and I have a tail bar, a bottoming tail bar. My stop will be underneath the tail bar, and that's where I'll let it go. But yeah, I'm good at picking my stops where I'm going to get out.
Good.
Now, once the trade gets going, that's a different story. Like today, I was just, which I wrote in my journal, I was very fearful today for some odd reason. I don't know if you guys ever experienced that. You get like jittery, like you get in a trade. I only had one put, and it was like I had to get out. I was like, what are you doing? And then you look at it, it's like everything, the cloud, the 9 crossed the 21. I was in SPY. I was in SPY at 10 o'clock. $1.18 put. You know where it was at 1 o'clock? It was like $900. That one put. Now, I'm not saying I would have held it the whole time, but SPY never really gave you a reason to get out from where I got in.
No, just fearful, not from there.
Just fearful. Just I've lost so many times. I just have to, what I talked to Palm Coast about this afternoon. Just got to build my confidence back up.
Yeah. I have to admit, SPY scared me a little bit today, but I hung on to it. You know, I actually was in two trades. I was in IWM and SPY, not at the same time. But when they do that pullback and take some of your premium away, it gets a little antsy. It gets a little weird. But you have to remember too, it's way under VWAP. You know, chances are it's just a breathe back. the trend is clearly down, so all of those things other traders are looking at too. They're not going to jump in a bunch of calls and it's way under VWAP like that. And if they do, it's most likely institutional buyers trying to psych you out of that trade. You know what I mean? So it's like when you see those.
I bought calls. I made money on the calls on the little ones.
Yeah.
But I took them when they got far away from the 9.
Yeah.
And it was at a level. I played calls back to the 9, got out. They were very small wins, but
yeah. Hey, they were wins, right? If you can scalp on that level.
Yes, but
awesome.
I need to get away from that. I need to get out of that habit. Because
why,
that's how you
if you're
get your
making
face
money?
ripped off. Because that's where you lose that's where you get burnt. That's where I move my stops.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because let's say I'm at 543. I'm like, all right, it goes down, and I'm like, all right, I take two calls, and it goes up, and then it comes down, and then it goes down, and you're like, all right, I'll give it to 42.50, 542.50. Well, then guess what it does? Boom! It blasts down to 42. Now I've lost $100 instead of $50.
Right.
So you can do it, but you got to be very disciplined.
And maybe even more than that if you get a bad fill.
Yeah.
How about the bad fill?
I like it because it's a tight risk, but you got to be disciplined to get out. You got to get out. You have to get out, or it's going to rip your face off.
That's a huge part of trading that I think a lot of traders are like not putting enough weight in. You'd be surprised how much that one little tweak can change your trading. If you get out more, don't worry about leaving money on the table. If you get out more often than not when you're green, or if you're, if it's going red, who cares if it goes back the other way? Get the hell out, because you don't know how long that's going to last. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you got to.
Yeah. And I like trading that way, but if I'm going to do that, then I have to be disciplined to get out, or I can't trade that way.
And another thing that helps is knowing about double and triple bottoms and things like that. When a stock is going down like that and it's going down profusely, one of the first things I do is I look to the left. I want to see how low has this gone recently. Oh, okay. Well, look, I'm thinking the way this is going, I'm thinking it's going forever. It's about to freaking bounce, So I'll put a line in and get out either before it gets to that line, or see if it's going to go ahead and tap it, see if it's going to continue back up with a few confirmation candles. If it doesn't, I'll stay in it to see if it breaks the line, because it can. And if it breaks and holds, I'll stay in it.
The one bounce play I did play on SPY today was a double bottom from yesterday, pre-market, blah, blah, blah. I did catch that move, which was a decent one. But it's pretty risky. I don't know.
Yeah, it starts getting down like that. The first thing I look for is a double bottom. I'm like, okay, where could you end?
You look back at the day and it's like, if I could have just caught 25% of that, 50% of that, that's a lot of money to just step there. And I envy Ted. I really do, just listening, because I think he gets in there and he lays in it. He just takes it all. And he's not the only one, but I hear him talking about it.
Ted's one of the reasons why I play the indicators the way I do.
Yeah.
Ever since I heard him saying that, it didn't even pierce the cloud. Why are you getting out? I'm like, And I started really watching it and paying attention to the cloud after that, and how the candles behave in relation to the cloud. So yeah.
Well, I'll let these other guys talk.
Good info from him. Yeah, shut up, Eric. Hey, what's up, DJ Vinny?
Hey, what's up?
Love you, Eric. Thank you for all your input too, brother, because people are learning a lot from you. So thank you.
Well, I'm a good. You can't be successful unless you fail. So I should get smart about this at some point, right?
Learn from your mistakes, Eric. But thank you for always speaking up, man. Vinny, did you make money today or what?
Actually, no. I missed all the good falls.
Did you really? How?
Yeah, I was running around on TikTok trying to help coach and give celebrations
I got you.
sharing and
I know, right?
And
I wasn't gonna trade, but
I went and ate lunch, and I came back and I looked at SPY, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's a good $10,000 move right there."
Yeah.
Somebody made some ass pile of money on puts if they got in early.
If they got in there early, yeah, they made.
And then I came back. I came back to do my my 230 on SPY, and I looked at the option prices, and I was like, "Good God, they're awful high, both for calls and puts." And I was like, "Yeah." Mm-hmm. I was going to do my 3 o'clock straddle, but yeah, after seeing all that, I was like, "Yeah, I don't think this is going to work," because I saw that little hump at the bottom where it made that double bottom, and then it broke through and kept going down. I was like, "Yeah, tomorrow's another day."
Yeah, I don't blame you. But yeah, I jumped in it for a little bit and made like $130 off of IWM, and I think I made like 60 off of SPY.
I had my PayPal paid me today. I had calls on that one. This week so far, I did McDonald's, PayPal. Yeah.
Nice.
I played the earnings plays.
It was weird how I did my thing. I made $220 on SPY. Then I turned right around and lost 80 of it back. Then I jumped in IWM and made 160. So at the end of the day, that's where the 130 came in.
Right.
But so, yeah.
I played the FOMC totally wrong because I thought the market would have really flushed yesterday on that news.
It sounded good though.
But it was so late in the day. Mm-hmm. I was like, you know what? Because I was going to do a lottery play, and I was like, nah, I'll just wait until the morning and see what happens. And it came to fruition, and I was like, man, if I'd have played that like I had it yesterday for today, little overnight lottery play,
yeah,
that's all right. It's got to go back up. I'll catch it on the way back up.
Climbing and climb. The more he said, yeah, there's no change. We're actually doing better on jobs. We're actually doing better. Unemployment is down. I'm like, I just kept watching the candle rise and rise and rise. And I was in with like 5 contracts and 5. I mean, that went up to like $200 and some odd dollars.
But like IBM's run,
lost 100 of it.
IBM's running a whole shift of money from tech into small caps last week. They were all anticipating them to say they were going to cut them in September. Well, they didn't. They pushed it to what, December or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's when I picked up on, oh shit, we're going to get a flip here. So, like I said, I waited for today, and then I got wrapped up with the 2-year, and I missed the whole damn thing.
Oh, well, at least you lost it for a good cause, right?
Yep. There wouldn't have been no doubt on how to get out. There wouldn't have been no doubt on how to get out. When your pocket's overflowing, it's time to get out.
It's time to get out. Hey, Vinny, remember when you were in here before and you were losing money? Was that why? Was that one of the reasons why you were holding on too long?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Yep. I remember
because on stocks, when I do stocks, I don't know why I'll get out at the minute there's a red candle. I'll get out of that run. But on a contract, it's like you got that 20 to 40% wiggle room, and you're sitting there waiting and waiting, and then it breaks down through, and you've already lost 40 just sitting there watching it ping pong around.
Yeah.
But for the longest time, what was it? 8 days in a row, I was trading the same $1,000.
I remember you saying that
for 8 days straight, and Bucket said, "You're about ready to reach your turning point," and I did. And then I made some stupid trades and I lost some, and
yeah, that's good. That was good.
But as far as getting out, like a lot of people have a longer problem or more of a problem staying in than they do getting out. Like Hudson and I were talking down in the chat. His is staying in the trade. Well, if you're using all your indicators and you know what you're looking for, why are you getting out before? but I'm gonna coach him on his tick tick.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do like
I do the same thing.
Like
oh, it's green. I'll take it.
Andrew doing coaching each other.
Yeah, that's good.
Go ahead, James.
Partners.
Go ahead, James.
He said green.
So I do the same thing. It's green. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that would have been a lot more green, but that's all right. I'm green. I'll take it.
Now the one that Ange was in, I looked at that at 3:30 and I watched it. So I wrote it from 30% to 40%, and then I had a squirrel moment, shiny object. So I saw another one running. So I got out of that one and got into the other one. I should have stayed in that one because, as you can tell, Ange cleaned up on that son of a gun.
Dude.
But Vaughn,
I haven't.
Oh, I was watching it, but I didn't even think about trading it. I was watching the L2.
Yeah.
It never dawned on me. Hey, you can still buy.
Yeah. So Vaughn down in the chat, she had a question.
Shit.
Yeah, she had a question as far as how we find these aftermarkets. So if you're on Weeble and you go to Screener, when you go on Screener, go to Tops. Over in the right-hand corner, you're going to see After Hours, Pre-Market, and the 1 day. And Ange dropped that gold nugget. When it's day trade, you do the 1 day. I picked up on that the other night. And
yeah, like
the After
in
Hours.
the middle of the day, you mean you're talking about regular market?
Like regular market, yeah.
It's 1 day.
So in the After Hours, when you go to After Hours, you're going to see a list. When you go over to change, click on the change, and it'll put it in order from highest to lowest. And that's where and if you click on it, it'll give you the news on it to the right-hand side. Well, I have a tendency, I look for news. I don't like that whole volume trade. I've done it a couple of times, but I guess I'm old school where I need the news to push that stock. And the sooner you can find that news, the better off you are. So the sooner you get it before everybody else, and you're in the trade and you're riding it. But
so you need a reason, not just FOMO.
Yeah, not just FOMO. Just like VC right now, it's up 147%. I've gotten burned so many times on chasing, and that was the old me, and I cut that crap out. So I'll go down the list and I'll look for 10 to 5 in between there. Look at the market cap, click on that. If I don't see any news in that right corner, I don't get in it.
Really?
Yeah.
If that's how you get. You won't trade it?
Yep. That's how you get what Eric Moda calls and David calls a quality trade. So when that news comes out, if you catch it within the first minute to 5 minutes, you're probably in at 5%. And if it's good news, of course, the stock's going to take off. It's going to run. So you're in it at 5%, and you're running like this one here up to 146%. You know,
well, I'm gonna tell you would miss out on a lot of trades in the pre-market. I can tell you.
Yeah, but I'm looking for those quality bangers. It's gonna.
I got you. But at the same time, if it's running, if it's got volume, sometimes what you really should be, and I'm not saying you're wrong. Obviously, you're right. But the even a better indicator is volume. If it's got volume, the news. Okay, if it's got volume, make that money. You know what I mean? It's got volume for whatever reason, whether it's a pump and dump or not. And if you got some scalping skills, you might as well get that money. You know what I mean? The hell with the news. If it's no news, so what? Something's making it run. You know?
Well, look at
trader,
Apple.
get that money.
Look at Apple when they put out news, right? Mm-hmm. How the percentage increases, the volume increases. You're riding that volume, but you're riding it off of news, not just off of everybody, you know. Like that one doesn't even have any news on it. It's up 146%.
Yeah, a lot of them do that in the pre-market. A lot of them.
Actually, it does.
7 hours old, right? So if you're looking at that as a new trader, right? Yeah. And you see that 7 hour news and it's up 146, people will get FOMO'd, will jump in there, and then what's it going to do? It's going to go right down because at 7 hours it's gone by. So that's got all the push that it's going to get.
That's what you call look at the L2. was the L2 telling you.
That's also
You know
called
what I mean?
FOMO. For people to get
paid.
FOMO.
I was just saying that, a few hours ago when the market closed, when Ange got
Right.
in it, the news wasn't
Right.
that old.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
But I just try and look for quality trades.
Yep.
I'll lay in the weeds and wait.
Volume will definitely be a quality trade, brother. For real, for real. If it's got volume, that's the one main thing, because you find so many of these trades don't have news, but they run.
Right.
And sometimes they run for hours on end. You know what I mean? So
But have they run like that with no catalyst?
Who knows, Vinny? Get paid.
Oh, it just does it?
Yes.
It just does it?
Yes. A lot of them.
Somebody gets a wild hair.
Somebody gets wild hair and throws $1 million
in the morning. You've been in there in the morning. You see them. Yeah. So it's like, they used to. News is one of the traits that you look for, but when they don't have it, if it's running, they just hurry up and get in and get out. You know what I mean? And get a few dollars. They don't live in it. You know what I mean?
They're like a roaring kitty. They just boost it up.
Yeah. Because they would be leaving so much money on the table because stuff didn't have. I remember Mark and Nate used to be picky like that. Oh no, don't have no news. Don't mess with it. After a while, they said, "The hell with it, man. It's running. Let's get this money." And that's where I got that from. They would get in, make about $100, $200, $300, and get the hell on out, and the thing would drop. But yeah.
Yeah, I've been caught in a couple of them drops
I'm definitely
before.
not gonna say you're doing it wrong, because the more quality trade, the better. Obviously, that is the ultimate quality, because it's not only got volume, but it's got news as well. So that's the ultimate,
Right. You want to stay successful and consistent. That's what you do.
Yep. Pick up some scraps when it ain't no news, though.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Pick up a few scraps. You're good enough.
So when I see them numbers going up, I say, there goes Dawn. No news. There she goes.
Oh man!
I'll catch her when she comes back down.
Right, the ones that have
That's
really.
what Nate told me at the meetups, which was kind of cool, because just like that one that's running now, it's still running a little bit, but everything that goes up has to come down.
Yeah.
But when it comes, and everybody charts and has indicators, so when it's coming down, and not necessarily to pick the bottom, but watch for the bottom, wait in your weeds, and get back into it and ride it on its next momentum.
Yes, I do that in the mornings.
Now I have done that twice. I tried Nate's thing twice. One day, I tried it twice, and I was like, But I just can't do it without the news, man. I need the news.
Dude, sometimes you'll have stocks that'll have news and no volume, and they don't do shit. They just sit there.
Well, it depends on what the news is too. Like all your drugs, your pharmaceutical, anything, any kind of news on those, they rock. They always have, and they always will. Because anything to deal with medicines or therapies or stuff like that, anything with cancer, you've seen it. I mean, they'll skyrocket in a minute.
Any pharmaceutical stuff, if it's got FDA approvals and things like that, that's good for at least a 5-point pop. Something.
Right.
It's like okay, I got that from Wall Street. That's right. Remember that movie?
Tomorrow's lineup is Exxon and Chevron.
Talking about Huh?
I said tomorrow's lineup is Exxon and Chevron. Yeah, all y'all. Everybody's listening.
Okay. All right.
Exxon and Chevron.
Y'all heard him.
Yep.
Exxon and Chevron. Put that on your watch list.
Keep an eye on it. Makes the country move. Gasoline.
That's right. That's right. Well, guys, thanks for coming up. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I'm going to go ahead and end it with Coach's rules like I normally do. Remember, Vinny said, don't trade if it ain't got no news.
No news.
No news. NUZE. Remember that stock?
Yeah.
Every time it was like a who's on
News.
first. People were saying
Yeah.
news, and it's like, no, I didn't mean news, not news.
Right.
Let's see, where are we?
Hold on, Eminem, this goes to you. She said Weevil is very slow on their news. You must hit the refresh button at the bottom. It'll keep your news accurate quicker. That's what I do. Like every 5 minutes, I'll hit that refresh on the news. Because Weevil is slow.
Yes, it is. Guys, have a fantastic night. Coach, shout out to you, brother. Happy 2-year anniversary.
Yes, happy 2-year.
It was a wonderful day.
Happy anniversary,
Happy
Coach.
anniversary, Coach.
Happy 2 years.
Yes.
Love you guys. Peace and blessings.
Same to you,
sorry.
Vinny.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Have a good night, y'all.
All right, we'll see you.
Not all.
Yeah. Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Never lose more than 1 to 3% ever of your total account value in any given day. Always make sure you have stop losses on each and every single trade, whether it's shares or options. Make sure you guys are practicing base hits. Don't be trying to go for those home runs. Everybody be cool with that. Every once in a while you get the home runs, but that comes back to our other rule. Let the runners run and stop out the losers. All right? So if we're getting hammered on something and it's going against you, just get out of there. If you're new to trading, do not trade in the first 30 minutes of the day or the last hour, ever. And if you are new to trading, do not use real money. You should be using simulated trainers, and you can use them on all sorts of different accounts. TD has them. TradingView, you can do rewinds. There's all sorts of stuff. Don't come in with real money blowing up your account. That is not how you want to learn. I want to make you a stock market trader and not just another call-out chaser.